You know, I don't know exactly what it was going into this game. I just had a good feeling about it. I thought the Jets would play well. I thought that this would be just an entertaining game. I don't know exactly what had me believing that. Maybe it's because it's the last day I'm working until next Tuesday with Christmas break coming up right now, getting some time off. But I don't know. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Thought the Jets would be having a very entertaining game today, and in their defense, it was entertaining for, about 40 minutes, maybe. I don't know, you could call this whole game entertaining, but for me, it was just a little disappointing and frustrating after a certain point, and I'll explain where they kind of switched from being entertaining to disappointing in a little bit. But what's going on? Welcome back to Recap Reactions for game 33, I think this is, 33 out of 82 already for the Jets 2022-2023 season. Yeah, Jets lose in this one, 3-2 to the Boston Bruins in Boston. Play tomorrow against the Washington Capitals, another back-to-back night, so I'm betting David Riddick gets the start tomorrow. But, yeah. What a night. What a night if you're the Winnipeg Jets. Where to start with this game? Where to start? First off, I want to start, because 2 minutes in, Scheifele gets his 20th of the year, from Perfetti and Kuhlman. Kuhlman's already got a couple assists with the Jets. I don't know exactly how many. I should check that, honestly. He's got his first point with the Winnipeg Jets this year so far, I believe. Or I don't even know if it was or not. You know how long it takes NHL to update the stats after. But either way, he gets it a point on that goal from Perfetti on a great pass there to Scheifele. 20th goal of the season. He is now, I believe, the team leader in goals. But yeah. Mark Scheifele having himself a night tonight. Looked really good out there, and he's just showing. It's just showing this year's just showing how good Mark Scheifele is. Because look at a guy like Kuhlman. He comes in, he's got barely any NHL experience. Same thing goes for Perfetti, who's a rookie, and Mark Scheifele is just leading these guys, and they're playing good hockey up there. And I'm not gonna say Kuhlman's a top sixer because he's not, but he's filling the role as best as he can, and it's working right now. What killed the Jets tonight definitely wasn't that play. I would say it was just lazy hockey and bad luck in officiating, but we'll get to that, like I said. But, the first period's good. The Jets' zone play was just looking fantastic, and then it's 2-0 because Jansen Harkins gets his third of the year from a Josh Morrissey shot from the point. That's Morrissey's 32nd point. I believe that brings his point streak up to 12 games now, if not 11 games, so he's getting close to moving up to the top 5 all-time in assist point streak for a defenseman, so that's something interesting to be watching right now. Josh Morrissey is still climbing that list. Every game he gets a point, it's getting closer and closer to history. I think the record is 17, and he's either at 11 or 12 right now, so he's getting close. But yeah, Morrissey keeps up his Norcie season, gets an assist there on a great point shot. Lowry gets his 13th assist as well. Great to see him getting up points. The same with Jansen Harkins, guy that wasn't even on the team this year and then comes back looking better than he's ever looked in the NHL, so credit to him. Finally playing good hockey again at the NHL level, probably the best hockey he's played up here, and it's great to see him fitting in well on that line right now with Lowry and down there with Barron and all that. Really like the way that third line's played for a while now. And that first period, which is great. Helly makes some amazing saves. Jets are looking good. Things are just looking good for the Jets. They played great. They came to play in this game. They looked like, exactly what I thought I'd be getting in this matchup tonight. A really good version of the Jets. And then the second period starts, and there starts to be some cracks in the armor. Now, it's not a lot to the point where I'm panicking, and I bet you guys were in the same boat here, but you start to notice things a little bit more because they're not playing as good as they did that first period. For one, I think Sandberg struggled a little bit the last couple games, but in that second period, it really showed. Did not like the way that Sandberg played tonight out there. I don't know, just didn't think he was very good out there tonight, and just making mistakes and not very noticeable. And the defense kind of started to sort of go that way, You start to see Ville Heinola, getting pinched on a lot more and getting hit a lot more and losing the puck a little bit and no one covering to make up for that. And, just missed coverages and shifts that the Boston Bruins are doing with certain stances with how they're taking on the defense and the rush. And before you know it, the Jets are just kind of slowly out of this game a little bit, because Merry Christmas thanks to Connor Hellebuck and the stanchion, because it's 2-1, excuse me, for the and it's still the Jets lead, but Christmas gift there. Merry Christmas to Boston. It came early because that was an absolute gift. I don't blame Connor Hellebuck on that one, ladies and gentlemen. That's a routine play that has a massive amount of bad luck in it. It can happen to literally any goaltender in the league. Doesn't matter in history. It's just the way it goes. Hitting that stanchion, getting the right bounce. It's physics. It has nothing to do with Connor Hellebuck. So yeah, I wouldn't rip him too hard for that one, but it still sucks to see him getting scored on, because Connor Hellebuck has the worst luck. Every time he leaves his net, he gets scored on, it feels like. So yeah, it's easy to put the blame there, but that was one that I actually wouldn't put blame on Hellebuck for. Things are still looking okay, though. It's 2-1. Yeah, the Jets are getting shaken up a little bit, but this is the Boston Bruins. They were going to wake up eventually and play better hockey, Boston is 26-4-2. They're pretty damn good. and they finally woke up in that second period and started to play better hockey. This is the type of teams the Jets are going to play in the playoffs, and like really good teams, and they're getting a taste of it right now, and they're not healthy, and they still held their own for a lot of this game. Again, just injuries creeping up on them and not being able to maintain that same pressure that Boston was able to maintain. And Pasternak has himself a great game, gets opens the goal there on that gift, even though no credit to his own there. I would have scored that goal, but no, so it's 2-1 there, and then a power play for Boston. Bad penalties. Okay. And then it's 2-2. Just like that. And then you get more penalties and more penalties and more penalties. And I'm just having flashes of that Vegas game in the third period when the Jets choked it away. I'm thinking, of course, bad penalties, some lazy hockey in there, just getting tired out, working too hard on the play, making some mistakes. You're going to get called on that, and you're going to pay for it. And that's exactly what happened to the Jets tonight. And it didn't even happen, on the power play, other than that one goal that DeBrusk scored to tie it. It's just that lazy hockey mentality. They take so many penalties tonight. They took 4 bad penalties. Boston scores on one of them. Thank God the penalty kill was as good as it would have been, because they would have been out of this game a lot sooner. But they get outshot again, 39-27. Don't like this trend of the Jets getting outshot as of late. I know he gets a lot of star power out, but I want more shots on net, just get something on net, get whistles. Right now, the Jets, they don't have the best possession players in right now. They got a lot of good scrum guys, puck retrievers. They don't have the best possession guys when it comes to controlling offense. Ehlers, the Wheelers, and whatnot. That rhymed a little bit. Nonetheless, though, you got to generate different style of play right now. And I know bonus is going to change this whole system, but I just feel like press pucks on the net from the Jets right now could generate some more opportunity. They're getting outshot in almost every game, even the ones they're winning in. I know that's like a trend in Rick Bowness hockey. Don't get me wrong. I kind of know that a little bit about him, but still want to see that shot counter get a little bit up, especially in a game like this when you're chasing, and that from that second period onward, because Boston scores 3 unanswers. Nick Foligno gets the game winner in that third period. Third period was just a close game with some lazy hockey in there. There's some dangerous opportunities, not a lot. Kyle Connor gets some good looks at the end of that game, but again, what really killed the Jets tonight more than anything was the fact that they ran out of gas. It's as simple as that. Like, you can look at it from any angle you want, but some bad penalties, some tired shifts out there, guys that are taking penalties that shouldn't, you don't want taking penalties, are taking them, and that's putting you at a disadvantage. And, it sucks to lose this game, because I really thought the Jets had this one in the bag, especially based on that first period, and even in that second period, up until, I would say, the DeBrusk goal, things still looked like it was in their favor, that they could get one back anytime, but they didn't. And that really, really sucks, because the Jets were in this game, they had it, and they didn't, win it. And it's due to some lazy hockey in there and some bad luck and just some tired play that cost them in it. But they still played a good game, so hopefully they can take this momentum and apply it tomorrow. I do not want Ovechkin to get that milestone against us, so keeping him off the scoreboard should be priority number 1. But yeah, other than that, though, tonight wasn't the best night for the Jets, because it sucks they lost. But at the end of the day, you could have won this game. It's too bad you didn't. But that's why you build up wins like you have early on in this season. That's why you get those regulation wins. I mean, regulation wins, obviously, and then you get those overtime wins, battling for those points. It's made a huge difference in the standings right now when you look at the Jets, especially with injuries right now, and that's important. What was the biggest problem last year with the Winnipeg Jets when it came to making the playoffs? Consistency. The Jets couldn't put together any points, put it in bunches. It was just really, really streaky, and that wasn't enough to get them high enough the standings into the playoffs. This year, they've done enough consistent winning right now that they can lose a couple games like this where it leaves a sour taste in your mouth, but in the end, they're still in the race because of how good they played in the past. So I'm not writing the Jets off yet, obviously, because it's still not happening, even though there has been some inconsistencies at times. That Ottawa game was great, the Vancouver game was great, but like we talked about, those were 2 down on the down low teams right now. Boston is one of the best teams, if not the best team arguably in the league, so it's a different there's got to be some type of difference there in the competition, and it affects the game. But I'm confident in the Jets right now. I still think they're playing very good hockey, and I 110% believe in Rick Bowness. Looking forward to tomorrow's matchup with Washington. I believe that's the last game before the Christmas break, so a little bit of time off. It'll be nice. I got some videos coming out for you guys about some trade rumors, talking about injuries and whatnot, so stay tuned for that coming out tomorrow. So yeah, if you haven't already, turn on notifications and subscribe, because there'll be lots of Jets content coming your way over this holiday season and throughout the rest of the regular season. So with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap up this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out all those links down in the description below. Follow me on, I already said that, I'm repeating myself. It is late. I'm tired after watching a hockey game, and I am going to go and play some video games, I think, once I get this uploaded. So have a great rest of your night. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go! And I'll see you guys in the next one.